once again. I have another installment in the Face of the Day series. I'm not recording them all, but I'm recording a few of them. The ones that really interest me and I think would make really great tutorials like this one. Today's Face of the Day challenge is monochromatic. So we've gone with some plums pretty much everywhere. And even on my nails. I did the nails too. I was a good girl. This is China Glaze's Bogey. I think I mentioned it in the video, but I'm mentioning it again. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this. So if you want to see how I did this, just keep on watching. Okay, so my foundation is on, and I am using my MAC Pro Longwear in NC40, but it is slightly light. I don't know if you can see, it's slightly too light for me now that I've gotten quite a bit of sun. But I'll darken it up with a powder. I'll use a powder that's a little too dark for me and see if we can balance it out. So I really have no idea what I'm doing for this look. I'm sort of just going to wing it. I do know that I want to create something with purples, sort of to match my nails. I don't know if you can see, but this is China Glaze's Bogey, which I saw and had to have. I just absolutely loved it. I think it's from their Vintage Vixen collection, which came out in 2010, I think. But it's this really sexy kind of taupey purple, and that's the kind of purple that I'm going to go for. So I have a light coating of foundation on my eyelids, and then I'm going to go in with my big color eye pencil from Avon in Eggplant, and it's just this really nice matte purple sort of thing. I'm just going to take that all over the lid. I've stopped zooming in for now on the eyes unless I really want to do something detailed because it gets a little too blurry. So I really hope that you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take a flat brush like this, and I'm just going to sort of work that into the skin. I'm actually really enjoying this Face of the Day challenge because it's forcing me to step out of my box and do stuff that I wouldn't do I just wouldn't think of doing. I just fall into my own routine. And so it's kind of nice to have a reason to do something different. So I'm going to go in with my 88 Metal Mania palette. And let's choose a color. I think I'm going to go for that one right there. Sort of loving that color. I need a brush. Using a flat brush, I'm going to get it onto the flat brush really good. Same brush actually that I used for the blending, and I'm just going to start packing that on. This is actually a really beautiful color. I haven't used this color before, and I'm actually really glad that I've tried it. It's beautiful. It's exactly the color I was looking for. Yay! With a fluffy brush, and a little bit more of that on there, tap it off, and I'm just going to soften up that edge right there. Now I think just for the middle, I'll go in with a little bit of a brighter purple on the same fluffy brush and just sort of pack it on there. You're not really going to see a heck of a lot of difference, but what it will do is it will create a little bit of a light catcher right there. And now with a pencil brush, I'm going to go in with this MAC eyeshadow. It's called Beauty Marked, and it's a black base, but it has like a silver. I can't even call colors tonight. It has a purple glitter in it, a purple micro glitter. And I'm actually just going to get it up onto my brush. And this is one of those colors that you have to press on, because if you rub it, it's going to go black. But I want that purple to show up. I'm just going to use it right there in the corner for some depth. Instead of using black, I'm going to place it first and then I'm going to blend it. Because I want to blend by patting, I do not want to rub, as I said before. So I'm going to clean my brush out. See what happens when you rub it? It just goes totally black. And now I'm going to pat this to blend it. Constant patting, I'm not rubbing at all. And I'm carrying this up like that. And pulling out. Because we're going to clean that line up. Now with a nice clean fluffy brush, I'm just going to go in and start to blend that down. I'm not going to put any product on it at first. I just want to blend it up. clean the brush off. Do it again. Like that. I'm just going to sort of eyeball it and make sure it looks even. This eye needs a little bit more something going on here. So I'm just going to go in with that first taupey color that I used, taupey purpley color. Get a little bit of it up on my brush and hit right there with it to sort of even up my edges. Like that. Now I'm going to blend again. It's nighttime, which is why I have to move my head up into the light, and so that's why it looks like I'm sort of looking into my mirror, which you guys don't normally see me do, because it's usually down here below the camera. But now I kind of actually really like how that's looking without a highlight, but I am going to go back in with a highlight because it is nighttime and I do not want to necessarily look bruised. So I'm just going to use, let's see, a nice champagne-y, that color right there. Let's swatch it and see. Yeah, it's pretty. It's shimmery too, which is going to be nice. That one right there. Tiny bit of it up. It's quite pigmented, so tiny bit of it up on my brush. And just a tiny bit of the same taupey color again, and an angled brush. I'm not going to use any of the pencil under my eye, and I just want to hit the lash line with it. And then the same highlight color, I'm just going to get a little bit of it in the corner. And then the same highlight color, I'm just going to get a little bit of it into the corner of the eye. And along that first part of the lower lid, under the tear duct. Not quite an ombre eye because the grading is a little bit more subtle, I hope. Hope I'm not doing the same thing twice. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the eyes, and I kind of actually really like how it came out. It's kind of, well, when I say that's it, I mean foreshadow. It's sort of sultry and smudgy, and I really love that. So I'm just going to go in with a tiny, on my same brush. I'm actually going to take this up on my on the brush off the pencil. This is my slide-on eye pencil from NYX. I seem to be using this a lot, but I actually quite like it. I'm going to get it up onto my brush and just smudge it up into my lash line real fast, because this sets super quick. I'm not going all the way into the eye, I'm going halfway. Remember what I said, I did not have a plan coming into this. I sort of just had an idea of the colors that I wanted to use, and I just sort of went with it. I have a gig tonight. I sing, me and my husband. Taking this very gently into the corner. We have a gig, so this is the makeup I'm going to be wearing. And it's a little bar, so I'm going to be very overdressed, but I don't care. When has that ever bothered me? So I've actually made that line a little bit sharper, and I'm just using my brush to pull some of that shimmer up onto the temple. Go a little bit avant-garde with this, why not? So I'm just going to go in now with my fingers and my e.l.f. concealer palette, Complete Coverage Concealer, and I'm just going to go in with that third color right there. As you can see, I need to get a new one of these. I really love this concealer. It's nice and light, and I'm just going to hit under the eye with this. Second shade, and just tap it around the corners of my nose. So when I get that a chance to set, I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. Then once the brush is pretty dry, I'm just going to take a little bit of it through my eyebrows. I don't particularly want super duper duper defined eyebrows for this look. Okay, so my mascara is on, and I was going to put on eyelashes with this look, but I actually quite like it just with the mascara. I might put one more coat of mascara on. So now I'm going to go ahead and set my foundation and my concealer, and I'm using a powder puff, and I'm using my NYX loose powder in Cancun Tan, which is slightly darker than my skin tone, my natural skin tone. And because I want a nice matte look with this, I'm actually patting this on, rolling it. It's that kind of press and roll sort of motion. Sweep away the excess powder. So I'm going to go back with my, just really quick, with my fluffy brush, some of that first eyeshadow color, seep it back up onto my temples where I may have covered it over with powder, because I do kind of like that effect. Now for blush, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me blush in Deep Coral, and it says coral, but it's actually a very pinky tone. And I'm going to just hit that spot right there below the eye, below the outer corner of the eye with this. Now for a tiny bit of highlight, I'm going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle, because it's got a sort of pinky sheen to it. I'm actually going to use my finger, a little bit of the skin finish again, and hit my Cupid's bow for fuller lips. And now for the lips. First I am going to draw in a line with a plum. This is by Avon. It's called Deep Plum. It's their luxury lip liner. I'm just going to draw in my lip shape. I want more of a bow, and I'm going to try to go for a modified 20s sort of lip. And fill it in. And now with a lip brush, I'm going to go in with a very, very dark eggplant color. This is actually by a company called Black Opal, and it fell and chipped, but this is called Ebony Wine. I believe this is available online. I will definitely look it up, and if it is, I will put a link for you. But this sells in stores all over Barbados, so it's very easy to find. I'm going to get some of it up onto my lip, and I'm just going to get the outer corners of my lip with it. And I'm not going to blend it into the center. I'm actually just going to blot my lips with some tissue. And go again. And so there you have the finished look. I just kept it modern with the hair, and just I have a little throw thing that I'm wearing over a black camisole with some black pants because I am doing a gig. But this is the finished look. I am actually really pleased with how it came out. I cannot talk tonight. Considering that I did not have a plan. So this is day number 5, I think. I'm losing count already, of the Face of the Day challenge. Thank you, Nymphette, for making me step out of my box one more time. And I hope you guys enjoyed this look.